Hello everybody, we're having too much fun editing here, but back to business, painless, precise, and playful. How do you do submissions that are joint submissions in this way? Are we okay, cameraman? Okay. So you've seen all of the strangles that we did, but how do we do precise and painless, let's say, arm bars? Well, that's what we're going to do right now. So Nick, if you wouldn't mind, head over here. And I think this video I should be able to do just talk right on if I'm centered, Mr. Cameraman. Yeah, is this okay? All right. So when we're in this armbar position, and this is obviously just man, things have gone great. He really screwed up. He decided to go flat on his back. He decided to give me his arm. This is the best. To protect my partner and to protect, you know, myself, realistically, I want to make sure that I do this as precise as possible, which means that I need to have as much control in this position as possible. Something you're going to hear me say over and over in the next few videos is I want to grab or control with my legs, I want to attach or control with my arms, and then the braking mechanic is going to come from my hips. But once I do the attachment with my legs and the attachment with my arms, it should be so attached that Nick can't really move. Where most of the injuries happen are these scrambles. It's not like the injury is happening where the person's just ripping and going. Realistically, it comes from movements from, or unexpected movements from him, or you know, explosive movements from him as we're trying to go for a submission. If he can't move, and it doesn't matter who you are or size, if he can't move, then the likelihood of him getting hurt is very minimal, okay? So, precise in this arm bar. What do I need for this arm bar? As you've heard me say before, we want to control, if we're attacking an elbow, we want to control the joint above and below. So in this case, it would be the shoulder and the wrist, okay? So my legs are going to be responsible for controlling the joint below or the shoulder. How do I want to do that? Well, when you learn an arm bar, you know that you want one across the body and one across the head, but you don't really talk about what to do with your legs after that. If I just sat here and I went for an armbar, go ahead and move. That's a lot of movement. My legs were just in the place that people told you to put them. However, they have a purpose. We want to attach. So what I'm going to do is the one that's across his body, I'm going to bring my heel back, okay, just like a nice hamstring crunch. I'm also going to drive my hip into his body. So how I say it are heel to butt, butt to heel, and then I'm going to pinch my legs, okay? So right now there's a lot of movement in the joint above that shoulder, but watch as I do that and bring everything in and then pinch my legs. Go ahead and move that shoulder. It's just at elbow. He's got a little bit of motion, but not much, okay? The secondary leg is going to do essentially the same thing, except I'm going to be right at that neck, okay? So they're just a little bit uneven, but both of them, heels to butt, butt to heels, and pinch the knees. So when I do this, now go ahead and move. It's quite difficult, okay? I'm just being active. So now that I've attached my legs, now I'm going to attach my arms. My arms are going to do the joint below, which is going to be the wrist. So I'm just going to attach it to my body. One, just attaching. The other is just going to control the rotation of the thumb, okay? If the thumb is pointed away from me, most likely the elbow is going to be in the direction that I want it to against my hip, okay? If it's away, he may struggle. Although, if you do everything right here, even if it is away, I can start to get a tap, okay? But let's do it really precisely. So I'm just going to attach one arm to my body. Boom, attach, attach. Thumbs away. All right, perfect. Now that I have everything attached, I'm not going to loosen it as I go. I'm just going to drive my hips up. And there's no space for him to do anything that would harm him. If he gets hurt, it's my responsibility, and I'm willing to take that responsibility because I know what I'm doing. We all should know what we're doing. This is break an arm, right? So if we go over this again, the legs attaching, heel to butt, butt to heel. This is heel to butt, this is butt to heel. Heel to butt, butt to heel, both legs, pinch. That's one attachment. Second attachment, one of them around, one of them
at the thumb and keep everything tight as we go for it. And as we fall back, we're driving our hips up and we get a tap. Attach with your legs, attach with your arms, break with your hips. If you do all of that, when you attach and you attach, very, very little danger, unless you're going to be an asshole and break that arm. Don't do that. All right, see you next video.